Elaine, thanks for taking the time.
My pleasure. Good to be with you.
When did you get into just volleyball coaching, and was that always your love?
Well, I always loved volleyball, and through the years we'd had great players come from Hawaii, which we learned a lot from them and their volleyball, because volleyball in Utah was not great, but they brought a lot to the game when they came, and so I developed a good team, but we also did well in basketball, and eventually I got down to basketball and volleyball. As it got more demanding, we had to do more training, we traveled more, and it was just impossible. We were still full-time faculty members. And so I coached both until about, about 1977, I think. The department chairman came up to me and said, there's no way you can prepare to host the national championships in volleyball, coach your volleyball team, and get the basketball team ready to play. We're going to relieve you of basketball. So it wasn't really my choice. I probably would have made that decision, but I loved coaching basketball too, and I still love to help Jeff coach women. So I just kind of moved into volleyball from that point on, and it was a big year for us. We did well that year. Our team finished 4th nationally, and we hosted the tournament, and there were 24 teams in the tournament, and it was just a lot of fun and a great team that year.
Coach, how did you make a school that's 4,500 feet above sea level with the best beaches maybe coming at Utah Lake or the Great Salt Lake into a volleyball power?
Well, we had really good players coming out of California, the LDS players coming up here. And in women's sports, most of our good athletes came from the physical education majors through those earlier years. But when we got past that to where it became a real recruiting war, there weren't as many good LDS players out there, and some of them that were good came from California to play for us. But we resorted to finding the best athletes we could find and then training them to be players. And I think usually we used the redshirt year, their first year, to bring them along and get them going. And we end up making several All-Americans that way, because they're great athletes, good kids that knew how to work hard.
In 2005, BYU named the court Elaine Michaelis Court in the George Albert Smith Fieldhouse. What did that mean to you?
I'm totally awed by it, and a little bit embarrassed by it.
A little bit embarrassed?
Yes, because I'm kind of a private person, and it's been hard to be private in my life, but I'm really honored, extremely honored. And when I think about the building being named after a prophet, and I think my name's on the floor in there, it makes me think, boy, I better keep my name straight. But it's a real honor. And I know, I think Tom Homo said this at that introduction, that there's probably no one that spent more time on that floor than I have. And I think that's probably correct. People have come and gone and spent a lot of time there over the years, and there was good basketball there for a lot of years. But and of course the court's changed a little bit, but it's a tremendous honor, and I'm very grateful for it.
Well, Coach, thanks for the time. It was a privilege.
It's my pleasure to be here with you, Jarom.